Hey, listen. I don't want to say it, but we are top of the league. All right, calm down with that talk. Listen, Man United 5, Leeds 1. We have smashed them at Old Trafford. The boys were laughing at me when I predicted 4-0. But listen, Bruno, he's a snap hunter. Pogba, he should leave. Hey, listen, I got the bros backstage. You know what to do. Smash the like button, subscribe, because we're about to get into this. Positive vibes only, man. Shout out to Ollie, shout out to the team, and let's get into it, man. Let's go. Yes, guys. We're here for the live match reaction. First win of the season, got off to a flyer. I'm here with the bros. Introduce him first. He's back again. Positive vibes only. Just in the building. What are you telling me?
Fam, fam, scenes today, bro. Scenes today, bro. Oh my days. Absolute scenes today. I'm speechless.
We're gonna get into it. Let's introduce Mr. Ricky Rose is in the building.
What are you telling me?
Ollie's at the wheel, yeah?
I'll get carried away, guys, but nah, six start to the season, guys. Six starts to the season. Really happy, man.
And last but not least, the football analyst is in the building to, analyze the game. Obviously, we're here for the vibes, but Jax, 5-1.
Jason's there, the football analyst.
You're top way. 5-1. What are you saying?
Ollie's at the wheel. That's all I've got to say. Ollie's at the wheel.
All right, where should we begin, man? Because obviously on Twitter, we'll get into that. But I'm just gonna say, before a ball was kicked, Twitter was in meltdown over the lineup. Rick, you saw the lineup. What was your
I got two different ones, but I got one where
I saw you. Yeah, you said
one lineup was just different than the actual lineup. But yeah, I was just 4-2-3-1, Pogba off the left. It's just standard. We played this team before, isn't it? We played this 2 double pivot.
Yeah,
we've got Bruno through the middle. The only thing that's different is Greenwood up top, and I trust Greenwood, man. So
what, you was happy with the lineup, yeah?
I picked Greenwood up top. I picked James. Maybe I didn't pick. It was just Pogba and Sanchez. The only thing that got wrong, really. So
was you happy though with the lineup?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow, because on Twitter it was different. Jax, obviously you saw the lineup. Then you clocked later that James was starting. Obviously we'll get into the James later. What was your feelings on the first lineup for the season?
I was surprised that Pogba was included, if I'm honest. He's not the fittest player naturally. And I just didn't think he'd be fit enough to start the game. But at the same time, we know Pogba on the left. He does perform. I much prefer him on the left to playing anywhere in the midfield in terms of playing deep. James, I wasn't too impressed with him starting, if I'm really honest. McFred, I trust them in a game like this. In a game that's going to be back and forth, where the other team is not going to play a low block. I actually really trust McFred. Even in massive games where we're playing teams that are better than us, I actually trust those two to do a job for us.
I echo those thoughts because I understood, McFred, we say we don't like them, but for this game, like you said, with Leeds, how they play, Scott and Fred actually made sense. And we'll get into Scott a bit later. Jesse, he saw the lineup. We woke up, we were shaking our heads thinking, he's gone with the trusted lineup. But what did you think prior to the game?
I'll be so honest. My prediction kind of changed. I did still think we will win, but I didn't know we was gonna obviously smack them. But come to think about it, it did make sense to play McFred because honestly, they were winning balls, especially Scott. Scott was amazing today, absolutely amazing today. And Fred didn't really misplace passes that much. So
he got himself a goal.
And he scored as well. Hell yeah, I forgot. Yeah, he scored. So yeah, it makes sense. The lineup, I wasn't really too confident, but they proved me wrong. They done the job today, and I'm happy.
Yeah, man. Gassed as well. Obviously, let's get into it, man. Bruno Fernandes. He only scores pens. Stat padder. That's all he does. Like, are you not sick in the head? Are you not? Like, I just don't understand. Like, whoever's like Jax, you don't even have him in your fantasy. I don't understand, man.
Madness. He's my captain.
I don't understand.
He's the captain, Jesse. But you're gonna be sick then, cause
he's up there.
Man, I trust Bruno. He was my first player picked. He was the first player I picked in the fantasy because I know he's gonna get me points. We can trust Bruno.
He's the vice captain on fantasy still.
I can't lie, my fantasy team is absolutely rubbish. I rushed it when it was last minute. I've been busy, man. And you know, wildcard has to get played. It has to get played.
Yeah. Rick, man, let me come to you quickly. Bruno Fernandes, man. Like, what more? Like, people just need to allow it now.
Like Bruno's not. He's not a number 10. He's not a striker. He's like a hybrid between the two. Like he just exploits space. He's kind of close to Thomas Muller, if you think of it like that. Like just a quality footballer. It's like he just thinks much faster than the rest of the players around him. What I just saw throughout the game is just him interchanging positions with Greenwood. Greenwood will come deep, and because Leeds man mark, the centre back will stay with Greenwood, and then he'll just explain the space in behind that centre back.
I believe that's the style of football, by the way.
It's a very simple ploy. That's a ploy that you teach like 12-year-olds. To be honest with you, it's a bit poor from Leeds, to be honest with you, but literally Greenwood drops in, sucks the centre back, and then you get there's one centre back left at the back.
Just a ball over the top.
He's definitely going to be on side because he's coming from deep.
Yeah.
And just done that all game. That's
all it is, the 1-2.
All game. Just kept on following him. I think it was Cooper, the one that was sweeping. Cooper has no legs. What's going on? So it's just really, really well done. Obviously, we need to improve on that. I don't think that'll work for the whole season, obviously. But it's a really good start, man. Really, really good start. Quality. I want to talk about Pogba, man. I'm not going to lie to you.
We'll get to that. Pogba's obviously the next person to talk because there's a lot to get into. Jax, Bruno Fernandes, man. You've always said involved FC when we looked to obviously with Pogba missing that chance was that who's gonna the breakthrough, and it's inevitable. It had to be Mr. Bruno Fernandes.
Look, I'm in quite a few group chats, and in one of my group chats, a few of my college guys, you know, there was this whole conversation Bruno versus Pogba, and I was like, why do we always do this? Why are we even comparing? But if we had to compare, I always put my trust much more in Bruno. He's just a player that I can trust. You know, consistency. Even if he's having a bad game, I just know that if we're gonna do something, he's gonna be at the forefront. Even when Pogba missed the chance, I was like, we celebrated before it was a goal.
Yeah, we thought it was in, man.
Yeah, it was a goal.
You know, but when Bruno got his chance, I knew he was gonna score. There was no like, he might miss. He was gonna score, kind of thing. And I think that's the difference.
He's clinical. He's clinical.
He's extremely clinical. Like, he's more clinical than most strikers. He's more clinical than most strikers. So I think he's a brilliant player, an asset to Man United. Ever since he's joined, the impact he's had on the club is humongous. And for now, he is my favorite Man United player.
Yes, Jesse, Bruno Fernandes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
you.
Hatrick.
Bruno,
Hatrick.
Mate, that last goal, like, he, in my opinion, him and Greenwood are the only two type of players that I could see that's going for us because they've got that good technique of like finishing. Like Bruno, like that guy's boy.
He's speechless today.
Like he was meant to be. He was meant to be at United. Let's just put it like that.
He's got a character.
It's the epitome of what I love about a Man United player. I think Man United players need the ability and the mindset, and he's got both. You know, he lifts up the level of the whole team. You know, it's like if I have a player like Bruno playing in my team, how can I play rubbish? How can I not try hard? You know, I love the guy, man. I'll be honest with you, I'm a huge fan of him.
Huge fan. Nothing more. I'm speechless. Yes, just
it looks like you're speechless. But let's move on to your actual guy. Obviously, Rick wanted to touch on him. Paul Pogba, please sign the contract, big boy. Sign the contract.
That's what I'm saying. Give him the money, man.
He was moving.
We cannot lose him. We cannot lose him. Like off the left, like I've always said, I've said it since like
you did from
2012, 2013. I've said Pogba's not a deep lying midfielder.
Yeah,
He's not
I that.
stacked defensively. Yeah, like Francis. He's not a deep line midfielder. He's like a left winger. That's what I see him. He's like an inverted midfielder. Like he cuts in and in that space there, his use of the ball, beautiful, man. He just the passes he finds, the simplicity, first time balls. You didn't take too many touches today. Very simplified his game. Yep. Get the ball out of your feet, find a pass, first time, maybe 2 touch, all game. Loved it, man. Oh, loved it. Yeah. Really. What are we gonna do with Rashi, man?
Do you know what it is, bro?
We'll get there right now. Let's talk about this game because there's a lot. It's mad for Oli to how he's gonna, you know.
It doesn't work under the way he manages. Like he can't get Pogba into the team with like a Rashi as well. It's too much.
I think he can.
He needs security. That's how Oli manages. Yeah. He needs.
I think he needed security because of Lindelof and Maguire as centre backs.
I don't believe that. I think because he doesn't know how to control. Man United, when you watch us play, we don't control games. We only control games when teams let us have the ball. Even in this game, we didn't control possession entirely.
I think
Liverpool's, watch City's, you watch Chelsea's, the game's in control.
That's because teams slip off.
That's how they play. That's what I'm explaining to you. Like we need security midfield because we don't control.
I don't know about that. I think playing against Leeds, the game is going to be like.
How can you play a single player of just Scott and then you have Pogba, Bruno, Rashi, Greenwood, and Sancho ahead of them? You need to have possession. You can't have man counter-attacking you because you're finished.
I think you can have possession.
I'm just trying to say to you, I haven't seen it.
Yeah, but I think
I don't like the fact that you didn't mention Cavani because he was our second top goal scorer.
I did it on purpose.
I think you can have possession. I think a game like against Leeds, I think nobody has that much possession against Leeds. Just the way they play, they're just always in the game, and they beat City twice last season. Like there's a reason for that.
No, I know they did in terms of counter.
But this is why you need to sign a DM though.
Yeah. Well, anyway, what I'm saying is, I think the reason why we've needed security because it's not always been my friend. I always said this when we first started. It was Matic, Pogba, and Herrera, I think. But it's because of Lindelof and Maguire. I think they need protection, and so for that reason, I think if Varane comes in, when we're playing against teams that are obviously not like Leeds and they actually play the low block or sit off, I think you can fit all those players in because I think all we need is one DM. And then
guys, the best way to defend and protect your defense is to keep the ball.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. I think we can do that if I think we can do that if we don't have to protect both Lindelof and Maguire. If Varane comes in, I think we can actually play Pogba and Bruno as 2 number 8s with 1 DM. I think that's very possible. And then play
that's what we need.
We're talking about like we don't have to protect them. I'm saying a mechanism to protect them would have been to keep the ball.
But we don't. Who?
This is what I'm trying to say to you. Who?
Who in the midfield is going to keep the ball?
I'm trying to say to you that I don't see us doing that. Who?
I'm just doing that now because
who's doing it now? Even now, who's going to do it this season?
Well, if we can get Bruno and Pogba both in the midfield,
he's going to make sure we have 60% possession every single game. Who?
If we can get Bruno and Pogba playing in the midfield,
they are very risk-averse players. They lose the ball a lot.
Yeah.
What about Matthew? Obviously, you're gonna let.
I don't know if Ollie's gonna play him. This is what I'm trying to say. I think Ollie's gonna play Scott. If he's gonna do a pivot, it's gonna be Scott probably. So I don't see it. That's what I see this double pivot working.
It depends who you're playing though. It depends who.
I don't see Ollie doing this. Maybe you do it against the lower teams when we've got a low block, whatever it is. But generally 4-3-3 for the whole season. I don't know how Ollie can do that. I don't see.
Just to bring a little bit of a down. Obviously, I've seen some quotes of Ollie. He's saying any more signings is like a bonus, which tells me I think we're done in the transfer window, which is a bit.
I said this already. I said this.
You did.
I said this yesterday as well, Jerry.
It's a bit. But
I don't care. We won 5-1.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like if we could, this season could be a special one if we, pick the right team and how we play.
Are you guys happy with Scott and Fred going forward for the season?
Yes.
No.
Certain games.
Yeah. They are very necessary. Like I kind of get a bit when people are always cussing them like they're the worst players.
I'm not
cussing. They're very useful.
I don't like it because it keeps quality off the pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
I understand that, but that's
especially this season.
That's football. Even City sometimes don't have the best players on the pitch all the time.
No, but the quality is just throughout the squad.
No, but I mean,
let's be real. Stay calm, stay cool, stay collected.
I think it's
are not good enough. Listen, we did beat them 6-2, so yes, I'm not gonna say it's still a good result. They still did well, but let's not say I'm looking forward to seeing further squad because they have also let us down as well. Let's be real. So
yeah, everyone has
as Ricky said as well, it leaves some a bit of quality, and which further squad we're not gonna keep the ball. That's the truth.
Yeah.
I agree. Jerry, you would say you want to be the team to go to places and dominate.
Yeah,
we're not going to do that with Fred and Scott. So
no, I said I'm happy with them in certain games, but the majority of games.
Ricky made a good point about saying, Pogba, Bruno, they obviously play, which is true. Like they can't keep the ball, but it depends who Pogba's playing with because Fred and Scott do lose the ball as well. That's why we need to sign a DM that can actually keep the ball with Pogba, have some good link up with.
What about Matic and Van der Beek? They've shown they can control possession when teams are sitting back.
I don't want pivot. I don't want I want to see 5 classy players on the ball. I want to see 5 ahead of that one person. I want to see Bruno, Pogba.
Can I say something though?
Greenwood, Sancho. I want to see that.
Can I say something? I would love to see that.
Stop missing out on Cavani. I don't like that. Stop doing that, bro. I don't like that.
I would like to see that. Yeah, I would like to see that, but at the same time, I don't think you need 5 all the time. I think having a strong front 4 is huge. That's 4 players.
Who's going to miss out? Rashi. Who's going to miss out? Rashi who?
Greenwood.
That's why you have a squad.
Right now he's injured. Right now Rashford's injured. He's going to be.
No, I know, but when he's fit though.
But I don't care. Mahrez misses out some games. Sterling misses out some games.
It makes them better. Listen, you're not gonna just come back straight into the team, bro. You need to perform.
Our team is different. Like our team, we don't have it's not set. Like we just play it's like free flowing football. Does that make sense? Like players do what they do. So only Pogba playing off the left and Rashi playing off the left is polar opposites.
Yeah, and that's fine. I think.
So I don't think it's fine to have polar opposites when you want continuity. You want like a way of playing. Well, don't you?
Well, I was talking to Poacher in the group and we said the same thing. Was it Poacher? No, I think it was Rich. Ole's a different type of manager. He likes to adapt, and that's fine. It's okay to adapt some games. You don't have to. In this generation of football thinks football can only be played one way sometimes. Or you have to.
It's just that
you don't have
by that merit, Rashi only plays when we're playing against a team that's gonna play a higher line.
No, not necessarily. He should be able to still add value when a team plays a low block. Such is the quality. You should have enough quality to add value when a team plays a low block.
But if you're adapting, if you're gonna pick our best players against a low block, and 4 places, Rashi misses out.
Okay, what did they do?
It's true.
But if there's 5 places, Rashi doesn't miss out.
That's what he's saying. The formation. He wants more. It doesn't really matter, but
whatever works.
The preference is to have more attacking players because Scott and Fred are actually taking up space. That's what Rick is saying.
One player could do that role.
Let's not be
and they could also retain possession.
Yes,
one player can do all of that. One player can do all of that.
But we don't have the player.
I don't.
Players. The player.
And we can't develop the players that we have into that either.
We can't do that, but right now, let's not even include Rashford right now because he's injured. Right now, we need to. It's true. Right now, we need to focus on the team we have now. Obviously, if we get him, it is a bonus. Right now, honestly speaking,
Let me finish. Forget Rashi then. You want Cavani in the team. You want Sancho in the team. You want Pogba. You want Bruno. You want Greenwood in the team.
This is why I asked when everyone's
it's
hard.
Let Jesse finish, man. Let Jesse finish.
Can I finish? Right now, we don't know what Rashford we're gonna get when he comes back because he just had the shot. We need to think about that as well. So right now, I'm looking at the team. Van der Beek does keep the ball as well. So against the same games, I'll actually play Van der Beek with either Matic, Fred and Scott, whoever, I don't mind, to be honest. And maybe number 10. In this moment of time, it might have to be Pogba, Sancho, and Cavani, in my opinion. Look, don't even do your face like that, because first,
Where's
Cavani.
Bruno? What's going
Bruno
on?
number 10. Bruno number 10, obviously.
You said Pogba.
No, I said
Pogba on the left.
Pogba on the left.
It's hard, man, because for me, Mason, I like Mason. I can't lie.
I like Mason.
I like Mason, but as a striker, I don't think he's ready yet. I think.
Today.
That's just today, though.
Just say your preference is Cavani. That's fine. It's okay. Your preference is Cavani.
Everyone's preference should be Cavani. Wait, we're saying all of this. Oh, Pogba, Bruno, Sancho, this is that. But with Cavani's movement, don't we score more goals now? Because let's be honest, in the first half, there was no one really in the box. There's nothing there in the box.
It's true.
That's why making space for Bruno to make his runs because Green was dropping deep and Bruno's running beyond him into that space.
To be fair, today I saw as a football analyst, as I was analyzing the game, I actually saw the Ole style of football, which I've picked up on ever since he's actually joined the club. The front four, he's always wanted the front four to interchange. I've noticed that from the moment he joined the club. And today I saw it. And as the game was going on, I was analyzing. I was like, wait, what? James is playing up front right now. There was a moment he was playing up front for like 5-10 minutes. Then Green was resting.
Yeah, he was resting. He was resting.
He was playing up front.
He was
playing up front. And there were times where,
hey, James, just relax.
But there were times where Green was playing number 10. He was playing number 10. There was a time Green was
Bruno, Pogba, Greenwood, James, all interchanged a lot today.
All interchanged. That's the Ole style of football.
More fluid.
That is the Ole style of football. And one thing I've noticed this season a bit more than last season as well, which I hope it continues into the season. And it's something that I think the way football is now, you need that, is the centre backs brought out the ball really well. And the centre backs were basically like midfielders a lot of the time, kind of thing. Lindelof. Absolutely.
You see Lindelof. Let's get on to Lindelof, because obviously we were speaking before off air that Varane. Hey, shout out to Champions League Varane. What an announcement, by the way. It got me gassed to the fullest. But Lindelof today, he leveled up. I can't lie. He thought, raw.
I've seen that before. Can you play right back?
He hasn't got the pace to play right back.
I don't know.
He's not slow. He's not slow.
End this conversation right now.
He has better ball progression than
he's a better footballer than midfielder.
And he's better defensively. He's probably as good as Wan-Bissaka defensively as well. Probably. Just not as athletic, not as quick, probably.
I think I see that, but I think
he thinks quicker than Wan-Bissaka, so that's a plus.
I just think in today's game, your fullbacks need to be athletic. I think if your fullbacks are not athletic, you're in trouble, because the instant force will just strip you apart. So and attacking wise, you just need to. I think in today's game, your fullbacks need to be athletic.
He's a good player, man.
I'm a fan of Lindelof.
I like him. That pass, class.
And he's been doing it for a while, you know. It's not.
No, I've always been an advocate for Lindelof, bro. I've been a big.
I've
been telling you guys. I personally believe, that if we had better coaching as a team, we could maximize this team way more. But you guys will argue with me.
No. It's cool. I agree.
I see actual qualities is that sometimes players are played in situations like a low block. Because he's in the Premier League, we have target men. That's a no-no for Lindelof.
Yeah, I understand.
In a high line, he'd be good. The only problem we haven't played a high line because Maguire is so slow.
Well, what you're saying, Ricky, is what I've been saying for the past 2 seasons.
This is
last season we had a long debate once. What I'm trying to get to you is, I understand you can coach certain things, you can change systems to facilitate certain things, but I think the players that Man United have, I don't think they compensate each other that well. Because if you're going to play, like you just said, if you're going to play a high line, you can't play that with Maguire, but Maguire has to start. So who do you choose to compensate for?
I think we are going to play a high line this season with Varane.
Yeah.
Like the thing is that I take things from when I watch football elsewhere, I take things. So for England, England played quite a high line, and he was cleaning the centre backs' arses. It was Kyle Walker, the right back. I've always said that should be Wan-Bissaka's role in our team to wipe Maguire's arse. I've always said that. I said it over the week. You just ignore it.
No.
That's what he should be doing. It makes sense.
But I think the issue
but he's high up the pitch.
But so
Guess what?
Hold on.
He's a good player. To say to you,
when I sign people.
But yes,
our players are good, man.
Understood. Wan-Bissaka could definitely be doing the same job that Kyle Walker has been doing for England, but they're playing. Was it a back three?
No, it's a back four.
Yeah.
It's still
Ricky's right. He's right.
Was Kyle Walker play? Was it mainly a back four?
No, that game where he was standing out and cleaning up, it was back four. He was always. It was like they kind of interchanged when it was.
Transitions when you're in possession. It transitions into a back three.
Yeah. But the issue with Wan-Bissaka and Kyle Walker is just a much better player. And I think going forward, Kyle Walker adds
the defensive part. Wan-Bissaka could do that. That's sweeping. Definitely. So I'm not gonna.
I think where did Kyle Walker play?
Right back.
And where did Maguire play?
Maguire played left centre back. Like he plays.
There's moments where you can wipe Maguire's ass, but there's gonna be many moments where you can't if you're playing right back and he's playing centre left. It just depends on how the game.
It depends how high up the pitch Wan-Bissaka is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's true because with England, Walker wasn't really like
going forward.
He wasn't. So I understand.
You have to facilitate for obviously the centre backs. That which are not good. John Stones and England had obvious weaknesses that had to be facilitated.
At least if Maguire gets injured, it won't be much of like a big problem because we got.
I just don't think you are saying the truth here. Are you sure? I think Trippier played right back mostly. Right wing back.
Trippier only played
Ajax. Mr. Analyst.
Trippier didn't play that much. He played like 2 games, but it was.
How many games are in the Euros?
Well, it's 7. It's 7. But it was when Maguire came back. It was It was him and Stones, and then Kyle Walker, and then Phillips and Declan Rice in double pivot.
Double pivot, because you have to protect.
It's very similar to us up. You said it's very yes. That's what we were saying.
It was the same thing, and that's what I mean. You have to facilitate that.
You have to better. It had some tweaks to it.
Do you think you play better than Man United?
It's a bit the same.
I don't think it's the same, but they had the Kyle Walker. Kyle Walker saved them a lot.
It's great. Hey, shout out to Big Run, always supporting. We won 5-1. I'll talk about Kyle Walker. You know what? Let's get into Pastor Fred quickly. He actually did score today.
I want to talk about our pressing today, man. Our pressing today was quality, man.
You think?
Much better.
It was much better. Yeah. I'll agree with that. Actually, no, let me talk about
the centre backs like Maguire, Lindelof, Fred, Scott. They were very like up against the opposition's forwards. Like pick what? Who's their striker again? Bamford. He had nothing today, man. Nothing.
But I think we can do that because he's not that quick. If it was a quicker striker, game changes.
Let's talk about Scott McSauce. Because for me, obviously Bruno and Pogba will get the headlines, but I think he had an excellent performance today.
First half, definitely.
He did his job to a T.
First 30 minutes was quality.
Yeah, first half, man of the match.
Yeah, he was interceptions, tackles, defensive blocks, defensive headers.
I feel like his run, like because he was joining, I think he drew the attention of the opposition's midfield. So when Bruno was running, now they weren't keeping as much of a hold on him because I think Scott was making like blindsided runs at the start, and Leeds took care of that. So it wasn't, but then it opened up space for Bruno. So
Scott's is a usual.
We need our players to be taking responsibility and getting involved in things. So players like Bruno have more time and space on the ball, man. And I think Scott facilitated that.
Big Rod is funny, man. I told you this whole McFerrin, this hatred for them, I don't get it. Like, I get it,
but it's games, man. For this game, they're perfect. For this game, we said
they're perfect for PSG. They're perfect for this game. They're perfect for games that are back and forth when we don't have
next week. I don't want to see them.
Neither do I.
We'll get into next week. Obviously,
we don't need to for next week.
Yeah,
I want to see Pogba back in midfield. Sancho actually starting on the left.
I don't want Pogba back in midfield.
We'll get into the preview, guys. Let's save it for the preview because this week's a big week with team selection because I think everyone will be back. Obviously, Cavani's back in Manchester. Varane's officially signed. Sancho made his debut. It's going to be interesting to see what Oli does. So
Is he gonna drop Lindelof? Do you think
I don't know.
Boys,
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Lindelof boys, trust me. Lindelof.
I like Lindelof. I've actually always liked him. I criticize him. Same way I criticize Maguire and everything. But there's been many times where I've actually said I actually prefer Lindelof.
Yeah,
like that's because of my style of football. Though I like players that can play football and are comfortable on the ball and that kind of stuff. Lindelof has got his weaknesses though. That's the thing.
Lindelof is better. He's better in a back three. Like in a back three, Lindelof is not a.
I can't hear you, fam.
Your audio's going mad.
I think again, looking at Ole, I think he can adapt, and I think we have the players to adapt to a lot of games. I think we can even play a back five sometimes. If you have Lindelof, Varane, and Maguire, why can't we?
Well, Dalot has to play on the right wing.
Yeah, exactly. Dalot on the right wing, not Wan-Bissaka. But we also say we've got the players to adapt if we want to. And I think you can. And the player.
People have been saying Lindelof for DM.
Nah.
I'm not sure.
The thing about DM is
Marquinhos does for PSG.
Yeah, do you know what it's about DM? It depends on how you're playing, because defensively, I think he would definitely do a job. And when he's got the ball and he's looking forward, he would do a job. The thing about DMs is when you're receiving the ball and someone's on your neck.
You're pressing.
That's where a lot of new players struggle with. That's why I think that's where Pogba struggles. That's where Fred struggles, because they just don't like that. Oh my God, I'm facing my own goal. I don't know what's behind me, and I'm really sure I should just pop it back off. But I want to actually get the ball and turn, and I think that's where Lindelof will struggle. And I think sometimes we need to stop that. If sometimes don't pass it to the guy who's know your players, man. If you're gonna pass it to Fred and you know someone's tight on him, the chances are he's gonna lose it. Just don't do it. I won't even do it to Pogba.
It's normally the hair that does it, innit? It's normally the hair that does it.
Don't be stupid, man. Yeah, and the thing is, the goalkeeper should always make the extra man. If the goalkeeper makes the extra man, you don't always have to be, touch tight.
But the hair good today. Did you have anything to do? The hair. Did you have anything to do today?
He made one save that I think.
Bottom click from Click.
Yeah. The goal, he had no chance, man. That was a flipping goal.
Yeah.
Right?
He was kind of close, He was kind of close to saving it. If you watch it back, it was kind of close. Yeah.
Shout out to Big Word. Hey, he's taking it.
I'm just hot, man.
He's off the market. Shout out to Harry. Varane and Bailly. Varane and Bailly played together. Obviously, like I said, Ollie's got big.
Why kind of turned his back on it,
Did he?
Say that again, Ricky.
I think he turned his back on it. That's what I was saying.
I don't remember that. Maguire.
Maguire, the shot, the alien.
Yeah,
the alien shot.
He kind of, I remember what he done. But you know them.
Now John Terry would have been like
trying to head it in that.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, what you say, Jones? Did you say Jones?
No.
John Terry. I didn't say Phil Jones. Please. Please.
Do you know what? I as we speak, I think we've got some pretty decent centre back choices. I'll be honest. Maguire brings something that I really do like, though. I like the fact he brings the calmness to the centre backs. But I would also be very interested to see other pairings. I'll be honest with you. It's not going to happen, but I'd be very, very interested in seeing like a Bailly and a Varane, or even a Lindelof and a Varane. I will be very interested.
My problem is, what the problem is,
just the landscape
under the 4-2, under the 4-2-3-1. I think our strongest players on the wings are clearly, I think, Pogba on the left and maybe Sancho on the right.
100%.
In terms of quality. So then 100%. Bruno again, number 10. That's he's the best there as well. So that leaves 3-4 players vying for the striker. You got Greenwood, Rashi, Cavani.
Oh, Cavani, that's it.
Ricky,
that's it.
I heard that. That's fine. That's my thing. It's okay. Like,
I want Rashi's goals on the pitch. Rashi's goals on the pitch.
You know what? What Jack is saying,
come on.
We've all got preferences, but for me, that's why when I think in the Sleeping Giants pod, we was talking about Chelsea's depth, and I was looking at our depth. Right now, obviously, we've got preferences, but I don't really mind who gets picked. There's plenty of options. Like Mason.
The reason why I mind is because some of these players are young.
Ricky, can I say something? Yeah,
they need game time to get better. That's the only way I see us developing young players is by them playing.
But I think they will play though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're not playing. In a 4-2-3-1, is Greenwood and Rashi going to play enough?
I think Green will get a lot of game time this season. I think because he can play up front as well. Like,
and you know what,
I understand he's playing up front, but then okay, where's Rashi gonna play?
Wait,
Listen, it doesn't matter. Look at Man City's team. Look at Man City's team.
That's the thing. Mana's don't play every game.
I personally believe that we need Pogba, Bruno, and Bruno. I think we need them on the pitch, man.
Yeah.
So for creativity, I think we need them on the pitch.
Pogba, Bruno.
I think Sancho, in my opinion, we need creativity on the wing because, for example, look at Pogba. Look at Pogba.
That's a lot of creativity. Why do you need more? Why do you need more? Wait, why do you need more?
I need lots. You need lots. You need lots.
Bro, you got this. Why do you need more? If you got Bruno, Pogba, and Sancho playing well, and you got Cavani up top, why do you need more?
No, what?
Why do you really need more? Really?
Why do you need more then?
Okay, what did he do? Come on, bro.
And Marcel's there as well. Like,
what
I don't care about that, Donny, bro.
And you not gotta remember, like a game, just because a player starts a game, don't mean the other players are not gonna get minutes.
No, but look,
minutes, bro.
I don't want to sacrifice minutes, of Greenwood and
do you want to win the league? Wait, question. Do you want to win the league?
No, but bro,
do you think we've got time to give player chances up front and that? No.
He was very good, you know. He was
ahead of Cavani.
Rick, you're saying Cavani 35. Come on, man. Cavani with these players we have behind him. I'm sorry, I would like to see it as well.
But this Sancho, Pogba, and Bruno.
How about them, man? How about them, man? Feeding Arashi though. Look at the.
Cavani's
Rashford is not a striker. Rashford is not a striker.
I never said he's playing strike. Relax.
No, but for strike,
I want
him on the pitch. As Bruno can play as a false nine or something, man. You know, Bruno can
No, bro, I can't like that. I don't see no false nine. That is Bruno.
Bruno. Actually, like a 4-2-2-2.
Nah, I see it can work, but I want a centre forward in my team. I think if we try that, we're going to be very frustrated.
Guys, I think going to miss out when everyone's fit is Pogba.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, I think Pogba starts.
I know, Rick. It's because
I think you will miss out.
You don't want to, but I think he will get dropped back to midfield, unfortunately.
And then he'll flop. And then he'll miss out.
I know, but
then he'll miss out.
Now, why do you think he'll flop? So wait, there's not been time Pogba's played good in midfield. Let's not act like he hasn't played good in midfield before. See, this is what I'm saying.
I don't need before.
The problem is, Jesse.
Finish, bro.
This is why we need to sign a DM. Because if we play Pogba, Bruno, and a good DM with ideally, everyone's team ideally would be Pogba, Bruno, a DM, Sancho, Rashford, Cavani. Cool. Obviously, we ain't got that yet.
But no Greenwood.
Listen, Greenwood. Honestly speaking, Greenwood on the wing.
I like him.
Doesn't rate. He doesn't know, but Jack. When I watch
he scored his goal off the left, didn't he?
He does good, but
his goal is off the left.
He doesn't.
I know my United play. Sorry to cut you. Let me just say something before, as you can continue. The way my United played, the front foot interchange. I told you that's the kind of play.
He was scored off the left, but you played
interchange. So it really matter.
Off the left hand side.
Yeah.
It can change. You can play on the left, you can play on the right.
And Jesse, I'm a big fan of the DM. So now,
I'm not
finished. Sorry. Finish.
So I'm looking at it. Sancho for Cavani, especially if we're playing against a low block. I'll be so real. I wouldn't even start Greenwood on the wing if we're playing a low block because he doesn't really create and his decision making is not that great as well. So I'll play Sancho. Sancho and Pogba in a low block makes sense to play in the wings because they're actually that flurry. And with Cavani and his movement up top, you can make the runs. If you're playing Greenwood and Rashford in a low block, they're not going to do nothing up top. I'll be so real. So, yeah, man.
What makes you think they're not going to do nothing?
They will do so. Let's not act like because
they'll do something. But first thing is Rashford. Listen, with Rashford, let's just leave Rashford out because he's coming back from the shoulder injury. We don't know what Rashford will get. Greenwood, I like he's decent up top, but I don't think he's there yet. I want to win the league personally, so I want to be playing my best players, my best striker, because he scored 17 goals last season. He scored like 12 goals in that. What's it, like 5 matches?
No.
Cavani. So with Sancho, Pogba, Bruno, and also these men can come on as well. Let's not. They can also come on as well.
You don't need to start all of
With
them.
them man there, why not? If Cavani's doing rubbish, get him off the pitch.
My problem is, like we all know that Oli, in terms of substitutions, he doesn't get players on early, man.
That's true.
He might change this season.
The only player I've seen him bring on early is Pogba, because he knows Pogba changes games.
Well, that's the point. That's why last season I was talking about players, and now this season we've got the players that will come on and change the game.
No, but will he bring them
those
on?
players would have been starters before.
Will he bring them on though?
But before, who was going to come on?
No, but I'm just asking though. Like now, he actually bring them on like early, like if you're going into war, you need ammunition. You know, now he's got the bullets. Like he's actually got the right players that he can bring on. Yeah, right before, who's he going to bring on? James or who? I think Oli needs Bruno and Pogba on the pitch, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. I
think any manager needs top players in the team. So
no, I think Cavani should be on his pitch. Like I think he needs those two particularly on his pitch for the way he plays.
And Cavani as well.
Okay, relax. We heard you, bro. Flip.
Why?
Jesse loves his play. You say anything negative about Pogba or Cavani, you're in trouble.
He used to be like that for Martial, didn't it?
Listen, let me talk about Cavani. I agree with Jesse. Like, obviously, Rick, Pogba, and Bruno must-haves for me. They have to start every game. But obviously, I like Greenwood. I like Rashford, Sancho. Yeah, someone's gonna miss out. But for me, the only number 9 we have is Cavani, and with the players we have now in behind Cavani, I said it in the other stream. He's eating good. Like the movement, bro. I actually can't wait for him to get into this team. Like the way we're obviously it's game 1. I don't want to get
carried away. So Jerry, today, what was good about our attacking front four is that they were interchanging, right?
Cavani can do that, but Ricky, don't get twisted. Cavani can do. Bro, he played left-sided for half the season.
Nah, he can do it.
It's not as fluid though. It's not as fluid. You gotta admit it.
Wait. What's this all interchange? Do we have to always do it all the time? So what? So today, when no one's in the box, what are we gonna say?
No, but to be fair to what
Jerry, let Jerry talk.
One sec. Yeah, even the first half today, there was crosses in the box. No one was there. Cavani,
no one's there.
Cavani, he'll be there to attack the cross. So for me, Cavani
is also a different outlet.
I like to see Cavani behind the front three, whoever plays.
I think there's many ways to play a football match, and I like the fact that we've got options.
Remember that Bashi last season injured got how many goals?
20 in all cups.
I think him fit now.
Listen, I'm excited. Whoever plays, Sancho, he's still yet to, obviously he had his debut today. Still yet to get familiar with the Premier League. You got Mason, he looked good today up front. Cavani, we're in front of fans. Rashford fits. Pogba on the left. Bruno doing Bruno.
I want to miss something as well, you guys. I want to miss something. Like I was on the Cavani train. Remember, like before this game. But when I saw Greenwood today, I think he's ready.
But no, I think it's a type of game that he had. Yeah, it's a type of game. It's a type of game. Let's see. Stop shying, blood. What are you shying for? Come on, man. Why are you shying?
Let me talk. With Cavani on the pitch. When he's not playing, obviously this is Leeds. Like even with Cavani even played against Leeds. So this one, I'm not even gonna say Greenwood. Greenwood, well, he wasn't really in the box. Like he was on the right hand side. There's really nothing in the box. With Cavani on the pitch, first thing is you can play a bit. Cavani is quick enough to get there, like for a free ball, and we can cross the ball in the box. With Cavani not playing, when do you ever see us cross the ball in the box? Like Luke Shaw can't even do. Luke Shaw doesn't even. We didn't even put in a cross in the box like that in the air. Like this is what I'm saying.
I think Jesse, I think you've definitely got a point. I think Greenwood today. And even the way the front four played suited the game, the type of game that it was. When you played against Leeds, having a front four that could interchange all with pace, all can score goals. Well, James is 50-50, but all can score goals and that kind of stuff is very, very better suited for Greenwood. But actually, I think for the majority of games, I would prefer Cavani. I prefer centre forward.
Who won the league last season?
City.
Did they have a Cavani centre forward?
They're not Man United, though.
Hey, don't play like City.
And secondly, like Greenwood vacating that space allows Bruno to enter that space.
Yeah, that's fine though. But even when Cavani came,
Bruno a lot. It suits Bruno a lot.
Everything suits Bruno.
No, I'm telling you, there's certain situations. Like if someone's standing in that space, Bruno doesn't enter it as willingly. When it's vacated,
but then he's got more license to create.
You won't start Cavani.
One sec, Jesse.
Jesse, 1 sec.
Right, bro, you're trying best today. I don't understand. Like,
you're not talking bad about his boy Cavani. You know he's a defender of Cavani.
Like last season, towards the end, obviously you're saying the space and that. Bruno was creating a lot for Cavani. I think he assisted his last 7 goals. Like obviously Bruno, the goals were diminished, but
with Sancho and Pogba being on the pitch now as well, like we don't need. I think I'd rather him get more goals. I think we need goals from Bruno more than we need creation.
I think he was 4 goals regardless.
You do both regardless. What I'm saying to you, but I'm saying to you that him today, the amount of goals the Hatrick is because Greenwood was actually vacating that space. Yeah, but Bruno doesn't normally score 3 goals a game. He doesn't normally score.
But Cavani,
it's one time. It's one time, Mickey. It's one time. It's not going to happen every week.
I'm explaining to you that if you have a number 9 there, Bruno doesn't score a hat-trick today. He doesn't.
Yeah, thank you, big man. He's not just chatting rubbish.
Huh?
he probably doesn't, but he
doesn't.
Bruno probably gets 1 goal, 2 assists.
Probably 1 goal, 2. I want him to score.
I don't really care who scores.
Listen, let me talk. What Ricky's saying is very true. And you've got a point. If obviously Cavani's not there, Bruno has more license X, Y, Z. Ultimately, is what's best for the team and what's best for the club. Either way, Bruno's going to get involvements and goals. If Cavani's playing, he's going to get more assists. If he's not playing, he's going to get more goals. But ultimately, I think for Man United to win the league, we need our centre forward who's going to score 20 goals, and I think that's Cavani.
Well, you guys think that Cavani's as good as like the Lukaku's and the Kanes?
Yes,
I do.
Yes,
I believe he was as good as them.
I think he's still is.
Wait, I just say something.
No.
I think he's still very good. He's very good. But you have to admit, in our squad, we haven't got anyone to compare him to in terms of ability.
We don't need to. We just need to see his output when he plays.
Yeah, I don't think he's as good as the Kanes and Lukaku's of this league.
Bro. Last year,
what the
One said, Jack, 17 goals last year. He played like half.
Is it 17 league goals?
In the league, I think he got 11 or 12, something like that.
Okay, he got 11 or 12 league goals, thank you.
And he started half this.
I know, he's old.
No, he went, bruv, he didn't even, when did he sign? Deadline day. And then Marshall was doing his nonsense. When he came to the team, halfway through, and he's got 11, 12 goals. Let him have a full season. He's hitting 20.
He's old. Will he have a full season? He's old. Will he have a full season?
He's old.
Can Cavani play 30 games for United?
He doesn't need to. We're talking about starting lineup. He doesn't need to. I can't just see off. He doesn't need to play. That's the whole point. We're talking about the starting lineup when everyone's fit, right?
I'm trying to say to you guys. So I'm trying to say, like Jesse's talking like Cavani's just the number one.
What you're saying is true.
Striker, he's not.
I think he's a top striker. But what I'm saying is, with our attackers, we can change it up. We don't have to stick to one style. But generally speaking, when everyone's fit and we've got everyone to choose from, I personally would start Cavani. I think he's just got. He adds too much value, way too much value. And Jesse's right today. There were times where crosses were going into the box. There was nothing. No one was there. And when we're playing against low blocks, my issue is when we're playing against low blocks. If we're playing a game that's,
I understand that. I understand, especially because of the thing is that now we've got Bruno. Now we've got Bruno, Pogba, Sancho. I think that's less of a problem because those players understand football. Like they understand how to create. Like crossing the ball, the most basic way to create a chance because you have no, actual mechanisms in your team. So you need
I don't agree. I think the crossing is a big part of the mechanisms.
No, I understand. I'm trying to say it's one of the simplest, most simple ways to do that. You just cross the ball, try and get the man
No, you got to do a little 1-2 to get the space. You got to create the chance.
It's basic. And we know that we needed at the time last season because we couldn't break down low blocks. We needed that. I'm saying now we've got better players.
Can I speak? Can I speak?
You just got back, so you have to like we've been airing.
No, come. So wait. So you know what? To win the league, yeah. Obviously, with this team, obviously, we need a striker that we can rely on to score as much goals as possible. Greenwood, yes, I rate his finishing ability, yes, but I do not think he is ready as a striker. He is not ready.
What's your analysis based on?
Based on like movement, like getting inside the box, his hold up play, losing like his finishing is great, yes, but his movement's not really there. He's not really good at headering as well. And he even knows himself that he needs to work on that as well, and his movement. Like we talk about this game. I remember Martial had a good game against Leeds when we beat them 6-2. And I remember. And
yeah, I think Jesse's got a very key. I think today's game.
Nothing. Ever since then, nothing's like.
I think today's. Yeah, you're right, Jesse. I think today's game, a lot of the players that we have would have thrived. In fact, even if Jesse Lingard played this game, he would have thrived today. You know, Jesse Lingard would have been licking his lips today, kind of thing, because this game suited players like Lingard. 100%. But I think when we do come against the teams that will definitely play the low block, for me, I have to play Cavani. I really do. I think when you don't have, for Man United, the way we play anyway, we're not City. I don't think we're City. I don't think we're Liverpool. I think the way we play, and the fire that we have, the ammunition that we have, that's what I'm looking for. I think everybody fit. You want Cavani as your centre forward because Greenwood is a great finisher. But I think for a lot of games, and this is the Premier League, and this is football, there's going to be some games that are sticky. There's going to be some games where you really need someone who could just sniff out a chance, who's going to get on just the ball's going to fall to randomly in the box, they're going to shoot and it's going to score. I think without Cavani, we lack that. And I think Cavani can definitely bring that. And I think we need that.
Yeah. Wait.
Let Jerry go, please. Jesse.
Let me read a few comments from Big Ron. He says, "Did you notice Bruno was not doing them Hollywood passes today? He was getting on the end of things. I think that's because of Greenwood up top." I think that's what Ricky was saying earlier. He also says he heard what Ricky's saying. Cavani could not score a goal like Greenwood did today, but Cavani would have been end of those balls flashed across the box. Yeah, it's different options.
It's still a football. Yeah.
I just feel like Cavani playing does not suit the likes of Greenwood and Rashi. Does that make sense? I think it's at their expense. I honestly believe it's at their expense because
but what's wrong with that?
You can't feed Cavani, and again, Greenwood is not a feeder either. Cavani needs to be fed, and those players that are going to feed him are defo Sancho, Bruno, and Pogba.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I don't see our team this season, winning the league. But I see our team maybe next season with Greenwood and Rashi even better winning the league.
Yeah, but just wait.
I want them to develop.
I hear what you're saying, but just before
I could win the league.
You just said that he needs to be fed.
Let Joey speak.
He needs to be fed, but like you said, with Pogba and Sancho, I think he will be fed. So
no, he will be. I'm trying to say, but it's at the expense. Those players won't be playing as much then.
Oh, why? What players?
Because they don't feed him.
But what players though?
Vashi and Greenwood.
Yeah, but what's so bad with them?
Rashford set up Cavani.
Better players this season. We have better players this season. We got Sancho now.
All right.
Sancho's going to be playing a lot.
Question. You said just quick question. You said at the expense of Rashford and Greenwood. So it's basically you're saying they will miss out. But what's so bad about them missing out if we got Pogba?
They're not going to be developing as much at a rapid pace. They won't be developing as much. They won't be getting as.
Yeah, but I just relax. They won't be developed as much. But what if we're winning games and we're top of the league? Like I know we want to see our players develop, but
if Bashi and Greenwood become world-class footballers, we have more of a chance of winning the league for 10 seasons. That if Cavani has one good season.
We're talking about this season.
What did I try to say to you guys? We're Manchester United fans.
Yeah.
Would you guys forsake a season where you come close to finishing first?
Yeah, you're looking at the picture. I get it.
Exactly. You those becoming world-class footballers.
Cavani ain't gonna be here. Cavani ain't gonna be here next season.
No, you're not listening to me. Is it players develop more? Wouldn't Mbappe be Mbappe if he was on the bench most of the time?
But that's because he's that good.
Listen. Just because we're coming up to an hour, I don't want to.
He was good enough to play.
The first one of the season, I don't mind.
Relax, quickly before we, because I hear what Jesse's saying, and I hear what Rick's saying because of the development. But if we're gonna have Cavani for the one season, I'm okay with the development holding off just for one season, because this is literally his only season, and we might as well maximize him while we have him. So if Rashford and Greenwood are gonna be,
Question,
I think all these people like me than you guys,
Wait, guys, quick question. So you think, okay, let's say Cavani leaves, yeah? Ricky, do you think we need a striker when Cavani leaves?
We need Cavani's role for me. When we signed him, wait. When we signed him, we didn't sign him to be our number one striker. He was meant to be an option. We signed him.
No, you're not hearing the question.
No, you're not listening to me. I'm trying to say to you, we signed Cavani as an option, so we'd have to replace him with an option.
I'm asking you a question. Do you think we need a new striker when Cavani leaves?
If he leaves, we need an option. I'm trying to say to you that Cavani, we signed him as an option anyway. So
Jesse, hold on. Let me explain. Your question, and I know what you're insinuating, is are the strikers that we have good enough to replace Cavani when he goes, or do we need a number one striker to come in? That's your question.
Yeah.
That's his question, Ricky.
So what, you want like a Haaland to come in?
Yes, that's basically what he's saying.
But then you never get Greenwood. Greenwood will never be a world class.
That's where.
He's still young.
Calm down.
It has value.
Our club cares extremely about Greenwood's development. Oli and Rashi, are Oli's primary focus. I guarantee you.
Academy graduate.
Player. Yeah. That's our DNA.
It is.
We're not Chelsea, bro. We're not Chelsea. If you want to be a Chelsea fan.
However, it's coming to wait, Jesse, quickly. It's coming to nearly 10 years without a league. If Haaland's available, I think we have to grab that opportunity.
Yeah,
and I know it might.
If Haaland comes, of course, but it's gonna be Haaland.
I know.
Sancho, Greenwood, Rashi, they'll get them in the team. I promise you.
Yeah, don't you want to be
what you're saying to me now, bro? What you say to me now? You guys are happy with just putting Cavani in the team and them man dwindling on the bench. That's what you man are telling me.
That's not fair assessment. We're saying that we still have options, if we still add value, they can still play games. Just hold on.
Jesse doesn't care. Jesse does not care.
Someone speak, please. I'm saying just because Cavani plays and it's a number one starter.
I understand what you're saying, Jax. I'm saying Jesse does not care.
Wait.
Cavani's not going to play every single game anyway.
Yeah,
exactly. He's not. That's what I'm trying to say to you. He's not.
Okay. I'm saying
in our team right now, Cavani is an option. He's not our number one striker. Trust me.
I think he is.
I know you guys think. I'm saying that in Ollie's thinking. Yeah, we didn't sign him to be. We didn't sign a 34-year-old.
Now he is. Now he is. At the end of last season, he was our starter.
He will still be rotated in and out of the team. Not the way he ended last season. Martial was moving long. I think Cavani fit. Jack's telling, man. Listen. I think Cavani fit. He will start most games because Martial obviously let us down last year, and when Martial was obviously injured and moving mad. Cavani was our starter, and like I said, at the end of last season, he was bagging every week. Can I say something though? Yeah. What he says to me though is that basically you're saying that Rashi, Greenwood, Sancho, Pogba, James, and Lingard, 6 players are only competing for 2 positions.
No. So what I'm saying,
that's the case though. If Cavani's playing all the games and Bruno's playing all the games,
he's not going to play all the games. I just like if I was to start a game, like I said, I don't really care who starts. Really, I really don't. Like, but preferably as a number 9, I would like to Cavani start. But if Cavani gets dropped and say Greenwood goes up top or Martial goes up top, I'm cool with that. I'm absolutely fine. Like, I think we've lost the way. I think the question is, fit, but we know he's not going to be fit. Like we know. That's why. That's what I mean.
I think the question is, we've got everybody fit today. We're about to play a Champions League final, right? Everybody's fit. Options are available. Are you going to pick Cavani as your number 9?
Yes. That's a final, bro. That's a final. That's a final, bro. This is a league season.
That's the only way for me to explain.
A league season.
Like
a league season, we need to be chopping and changing, man.
I think we'll chop and change, and I think that's what makes him a great manager.
The vibe I got earlier was just that Cavani's going to be playing 30 league games, and these men are going to be on the bench. That's the vibe I was getting.
I think I'm
a United fan. I'm a true United fan. I need youth on the pitch. I don't care.
As you know, my manager, Mr. Progress FC, always at the wheel. I think he will never play just Cavani every match. I think what makes Ole a good manager is the fact that he can actually rotate. And I actually
complain about with Mourinho. Remember Mourinho? We're bare complaining about Martial actually rotating all the time. We're bare complaining under Mourinho.
Yeah, but that's because Mourinho's just boring as well. Like, you know,
McCarthy was playing every single game.
I don't want that. No, I don't want.
Playing every single game. It's like 32-year-olds.
No, but I think Ole will change that. If Ole sees Cavani not playing well, he'll take him off.
How old was Zlatan in times? What, 37?
Nah, he was
but that's what I hated about Mourinho.
They're playing every single game.
Yeah, but Ole won't do that. Ole will definitely not do that.
We got options.
I'll be real. Greenwood and Cavani are the strikers in our team.
Martial.
Okay, we couldn't include Martial, but in my personal opinion, the only strikers that I see is Greenwood and Cavani. Like Martial, that guy. I don't see him as a striker. Our problem is with this team we have, and with Oli in charge, we need a number 9 striker to rely on to score goals. If we're going to win the league, we need to rely on our number 9, and of course a Bruno and central assistant. That, but with the way we play as well, we need a number 9 striker. Obviously, Cavani won't be fit every week, but as Jack said, preference, as Jerry said, preference as well. If everyone's fit, if we can get Cavani as fit as possible, he's starting majority of the games, in my opinion.
I'll be honest with you. I don't even mind, you know. I think the team that we've got. Sorry, I think the team that we've got and the options that we've got is just very, very exciting. I think the fact that we've actually, I don't usually like it, but the fact that we've actually got a lot of players that can actually play up front, whether it's Greenwood, whether it's Martial, even Rashford could play up front. We can even do a false 9, like Ricky said with Bruno. I think that's just really great, and I like the fact that we can actually adapt to games this season.
Mm-hmm. I actually want to say that I agree that Cavani right now is obviously our number 1 striker, but I want to see Greenwood become one of the best strikers in world football. I think he'd be better than Harry Kane. I think he'd be better than Harry Kane. I think he could be. So, I want him to play, man.
Yeah, I hear that.
I think he's going to get his opportunities this season. I don't think Cavani's going to play every single game. I think my only I'm not sure yet, but maybe just maybe Greenwood might be even preferred ahead of Martial as a striker.
I was about to say, because I think with Greenwood's development, it seems that we might need to, like, you know, when Lukaku left, Martial got that chance to play up front for the whole season, and he obviously bagged. Maybe we need that for Greenwood, but if Cavani goes, are we happy to just let Greenwood, take that chance?
I won't do it. I will not do it.
Can I finish, please? Are we happy for Greenwood to get that chance, or like Jesse said, do we need to get another striker, but then that hinders his development?
No, I think what Ricky would say.
One at a time, please.
Let me go. I think we can get another Cavani. I think that's what Cavani's place in our squad is. He's that striker that he's a top striker. Yeah, he's not going to be playing game in, game out, so our youth can still develop.
Yeah,
he's that player for us. That's the thing. That type of player we need to bring in. We need a player that is a top professional. He's been there, done it. He can help guide these players, mentor them, make them, that little bit better, help develop them, and still contribute to our team. That's Cavani's place in our team.
Yeah, quickly.
We didn't sign him.
I know. I'm talking about next year when he's gone. What do we do then?
We get another one of him. We get another one of him.
But who is that? Because if Haaland's
available,
but if Haaland's available, I'm sorry, we have to be all over that. I don't want to hear. Like, I know you're saying Mason's development, but we have to get Haaland, man.
I think what Ricky's saying is nice to hear. Jesse, hold on. I think what Ricky's saying is nice to hear, but we haven't won the league in 10 years, and I don't want to develop.
You guys haven't won the league in 10 years because of our recruitment. That's what I'm getting from you guys. Yeah,
and we need to recruit a Haaland.
I personally believe the reason why we haven't won the league, is because of our managers.
I don't.
Yeah. Our managers and recruitment. I say it's both recruitment right now. So even I don't believe us signing a Haaland, pushes us past the likes of Chelsea and City because they've got Klopp, they've got Klopp, Guardiola, and Tuchel.
We're gonna go back to that management thing, but I don't think so because they didn't.
That's why we're different. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. Like, I personally believe if we had like a top manager, like we had 30 times, we didn't have the best squad or best 11 all the time. But there's times we still didn't have the best squad,
bro. We had a striker though.
There's times we still beat Liverpool with best 11. There's times you still beat Liverpool when they're the best.
League, though. We always had a striker to rely on to
but Jerry, do you agree that the underlying factor of us being successful in that period was Alex Ferguson? You do agree with that, right?
And the striker,
Alex Ferguson,
and the striker,
and Van Persie. You want to repeat again?
So you're telling me that if Alex Ferguson didn't have a Ruud van Nistelrooy, he wouldn't have found a way to win stuff still?
No.
He would have signed someone else anyway. He would have signed there. He would have still won. So it's not down to players.
I don't think we're going to go Van Persie.
He's the common denominator.
He's always had the striker. Always. When we lost in 2012.
Wait, Jerry, let's limit it to this again. Now, Pep Guardiola wins. He wins leagues wherever he goes.
You said Alex Ferguson. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just talking to you about managers in general.
But Pep had to buy players.
They win stuff because they're winners.
Because you have to buy players, though. Pep got his players that facilitate his style of football. Just like Alex Ferguson had a striker that facilitates
but they also Pep's also there. But you're trying to say players, just having top players is enough.
No, I've never said that.
Both.
I've never said that.
I'm saying you need both. That's what I'm saying.
I've never said both.
I'm saying that you need both.
I've never said you just need players.
Yeah? And I'm also saying managers, they're top managers who haven't had the best 11 in world football and they've still won stuff.
Yeah,
they're top managers.
Bro, I didn't say best 11. I said Fergie's always had a striker. Always.
Because he needs it. That's what Ferguson needs. That's
in 2012 when we lost
the needs the wings. Like they need your players.
I want to see his response to this. So you think if you don't, let's say Cavani leaves and we just have Greenwood and Martial as a striker.
Do you guys consider Salah a striker? Do you guys consider Salah a striker? Do you guys consider Salah a striker?
No. I think we need a striker. I think so.
Of course we need a striker.
Do you guys consider Salah a striker? Yes or no?
Say that again. What's the question?
Do you guys consider Mo Salah a striker?
No.
But his goals are more than most strikers.
Yeah, because that's what he does.
That's how Liverpool play. We don't play like that.
I just believe in goals. I don't care where they're from. As long as they're getting goals, that's what matters.
We're not
We don't have Salah.
We are not Liverpool.
We have Greenwood and we have Rashi.
Yeah.
Could they not both get 20 goals a season? League goals.
Yeah. I don't know about league goals.
In the right system, could they not both get 20 league goals a season each?
Yeah.
By a top manager.
Yeah, but this is hypotheticals. Like Ollie's our manager.
I explain to you. You're telling me that you need striker.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
need striker because Ollie's our manager, bro.
Exactly.
And he's still not gonna win, regardless.
You can't say that.
How can you say that? Like, how can you conclude that?
All right, sorry.
We need a striker. With Ollie, wait, like you said, yeah, Ollie.
Wait. Was you not the one that just said if we get you think we have a higher chance of winning the league if we have Greenwood as a striker, but Ollie will still be in charge. So you said you have a higher league.
I'm not talking about Ollie. Ollie wouldn't use Greenwood. Oh my God.
Well, you said that. Did you not say
like
that?
A rambling. I don't even know why we're
wrong, but did you not say we have a better chance?
Right, listen, I'm gonna wrap up.
I don't know what Jesse's talking about.
We've won 5-1 and we're back to this. This is a new season. I want to get into positive. We smashed 5-1, and I'm sorry, but just to land Haaland, if he's available, I'm sorry, we can't let our rivals pounce because saying Kane doesn't go City.
They get Lukaku and Kane. We've got Greenwood as a striker.
Like say City get Haaland, I'm looking like bro, we missed the ball. But anyway, I don't want to get too much into that. We've won 5-1. We're top of the league as it stands. Obviously, the 3 o'clocks have kicking off, and it's been a great weekend, man. Like Bruno Hatrick, Pogba 4 assists, Ollie's at the wheel.
I think Man United can win the league this season. I know many people don't agree, but I've said it from 3 years back. I've seen the progress, and this is the season that we can win the league. I genuinely believe so. I genuinely believe so. For me, it's always been what the players can do now, the impact the players can do. Bruno was a huge impact as a player, and I think if Varane and Sancho can even bring half the impact that Bruno brought to Man United, we can definitely win the league. We finished second last season. Why can't we win the league?
Yeah. Guys, listen, we're gonna wrap up there. Sorry about the little tangent we go on. This is what we do here at United Team Talk. We just go here and go there. But it's positive vibes, man. 5-1 win. We'll be back this week. Obviously, we got Southampton next week. Let's continue this great run and let's hope for some silverware this season. Yeah, smash a like, subscribe if you're new, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.